Let's see what is solubility. Solubility. Okay. Now, what is the exactly the solubility? So it is commonly observed that some substance is dissolved in a water quite appreciably, while there are many others which either dissolve to a smaller extent or do not dissolve at all. So the extent to which a substance dissolves in a specified amount of solvent is expressed in the term of solubility. Okay, so what is exactly the solubility? It is defined as amount of solute that can be dissolved in 100 gram, or you can say specific. We are taking here as 100 gram of solvent 100 gram of solvent at the given condition. So guys, this is definition of solubility. Now in this chapter, what are we going to do? That temperature is maximum, then quantity of solute in a moles that can dissolve in solvent of liter. And actually we called it as in that gram per 100 gram of, this is what the unit, gram per 100 gram of solvent, gram per 100 gram of solvent. This is the unit of solubility. Solubility on the gases, whenever we talk about in the gases, is also expressed in the terms of mole fraction. So solubility depends on few things. Solubility depends on one, its nature of solvent as well as solute. What kind of nature do they have? Second, they also depend on the temperature and pressure and pressure. So this is the way which we have to find it out. These factors affect the solubility of solid in liquid or gas in liquid. We are going to learn solubility in the terms of solid in liquid and gas in liquid. It means a solid dissolved in liquid, then what is the solubility of that solid in liquid, and when gas is dissolved in the liquid, then what is the solubility. So you must have heard about a solution which is called a saturated solution. You must have heard about this word, saturated solution. Saturated solution. Okay. So what is that? Let's take an example. You can take 200 ml of water in a beaker and now add 1 teaspoonful of salt. You will dissolve. You will stir it and then let it get dissolved. You will see after a few minutes it will be completely dissolved and you cannot identify salt whether it is present in a water or not. Again you will add one more, again you will add one more, again you will add one more. This all time it gets dissolved. So what happened guys? Here it says that at one stage when you add more sugar, more salt in that solution, it will not dissolve, and then that stage the solution is called a saturated solution. So what we called it as a definition, no more solute can dissolve, no more solute can dissolve at a given condition, can be dissolved at given condition, at given conditions. Okay, then the solution, then the solution is called saturated solution. Is called saturated solution. Now the question arises, if we add solute and if it is dissolving, then what kind of solution it is called? It is known as unsaturated solution. It is known as unsaturated solution. And how this solution takes place? So there are two processes which is going on simultaneously. When I add, let's say this is a beaker where I have a blue color water, okay, and let's say one orange color salt. Okay, orange color લઈ લીધો આપણે, માની લઈએ કે this is I have added K2Cr2O7, that is dissolving. So when I'm adding salt here, slowly and gradually, there are two processes going on. One is called dissolution. The first process is dissolution, and the second process is crystallization. What exactly happened? When I add salt in a water, salt gets ionized, okay, and get hide around water molecules. But at the same time, the solute already present inside can collide with another particle of solute and comes out. So dissolution and crystallization takes place simultaneously in the solution. When you are preparing a solution, these two processes going on, and when these two process gets equal, it means rate of dissolution and rate of crystallization gets equal, then a solution prepared is considered as a saturated solution. And when they established an equilibrium, we got a solution. So guys, these are the things which we have to take care when a solid is added into the liquid. Okay, so what kind of nature do they have? So let us understand the nature. There are the factors which are affecting this solubility of solids. The first one is the nature of solute. Now what is nature of solute? What is that? I have let's say first salt and water in beaker A. I have naphtha balls. Naphtha balls તો આપણને ખબર જ છે કે ઘરે આપણે જે in the cupboards we are keeping this. Okay, so that is called naphthalene plus water. Now in the beaker B, this is the one. Beaker C, I have salt plus, let me take it as a one, let's say diethyl ether. Okay, it's an organic solvent. And again the naphtha balls and diethyl ether. C and D. So what happened? I can observe very nicely in the case that salt can dissolve easily in water. Why? Because NaCl is ionic in nature and water is polar. Naphtha balls are organic, and organic matter never dissolves in water because they are non-polar. They are non-polar. So here the dissolution takes place, here dissolution does not take place. You can easily see naphtha balls are under the water, okay, below the at the bottom of the beaker. Salt and diethyl, again this is ionic in nature. When this is polar, this is non-polar. This solvent is a non-polar. That's why this is also not going to dissolve. Now here both of them are non-polar. Both of them are non-polar. So when both of them are non-polar, yes, a dissolution takes place. In short, what it wants to say from this, that okay, like dissolves like. This is the rule which we found it over here. Like dissolves like. This is the rule, the first one, which depend on the nature of the solute and nature of the solvent. So if both the solute and solvent are polar, they will dissolve. If both of them are non-polar, they will dissolve. But if one of them is polar and non-polar, then the dissolution does not take place. Second, temperature. Temperature has marked an effect on solubility of a solid in a liquid. Yes, but obvious છે કે જ્યારે આપણે એક solution બનાવતા હોઈએ, okay, and you are adding it, and at one stage when you just stirring up in a cold water or a normal water adding salt, at one stage it will stop dissolving. Now when you start heating, what happens? It start dissolving. So guys, temperature, the second one is temperature. First one was the nature. The first factor was the nature that we have discussed over here. Okay, where we come to know about this, like dissolves like. Temperature, when temperature increases, it means temperature increases. Dear students, solubility also increases. Solubility also increases. But dear students, make sure it depends on the kind of a salt. Why? Sometimes solubility can decrease also, sometimes it remains same also, and this can be evident from the solubility curve that we are not that is not in our syllabus. But yes, solubility curve are the curves which shows us okay, at what temperature what amount of solute is dissolved in 100 gram of water, then that is what we can get it. Okay, so એક વસ્તુ યાદ રાખવાની કે temperature એટલે કે increases. તો when the increase, if it dissolution process is endothermic, जो temperature increase થાય, with the increase in a temperature the solubility of solute increases. If increase in a temperature, solubility of solute is increases, then the process is endothermic. This is exclusive. This is exclusive, guys. Process endothermic hoy. Okay, and then secondly, what do we have? Another part of it. The second point is the temperature. Temperature, the solubility increases, then the reaction is the dissolution process is endothermic. If increase in a temperature, you find decrease in a solubility, then the process is exothermic, guys. The process is exothermic, and as such, this is very important point that to keep it in our mind. Understand? So when a temperature increases, definitely the solubility of solute increase, then its dissolution process is endothermic. The dissolution process is endothermic, and temperature increases, temperature increases, solubility decreases, the process is exothermic. The process is exothermic. This thing you have to keep it in your mind. Now let's see the solubility of gas in liquid. Okay, so what exactly happened? The same thing can be done. What is there? We know that soda water. The soda water is the best example of that. So the amount of gas present in a given amount of solvent at this saturation state, okay, is referred to as solubility of gas at a given condition. It means it will also form a saturated solution. Saturated solution no matlab su, no more solute. Solute may be liquid or solute may be solute may be solid or solute may be gas, but it will be a small gas. Okay, so what happened here when we talk about solubility of gas in a liquid? So this is what we have to understand here. Okay, there are factors which is affecting it. The first is the nature of a gas. What kind of nature of a gas is? It affects the solubility of the gas. Different gases dissolve to a different extent even at a same solvent, and a same gas have a different solubilities in different solvent. So what this is, like for example, non-polar gases like oxygen, nitrogen are very less soluble in water. But when we talk about nature, okay, it means that nitrogen, oxygen are less soluble in water. Less soluble in water. But again, you can see HCl is there, NH3 is there. These are the polar one. The polar one get more soluble. They are more soluble in water. Okay, so what exactly happened? It also depends. Non-polar are there, they're less soluble in water. Polar are there, more soluble in water. Means highly soluble in water. This highly soluble gases in water do not dissolve in polar solvents. Like those who are highly soluble in water will not dissolve in polar solvent. What are the polar solvents? The polar solvents may be diethyl ether, benzene, carbon disulfide, carbon tetrachloride. These are the non-polar solvents. So this is what it is. We can understand because of their inability to react with these solvents. Why? Because HCl cannot react with benzene. Okay, HCl cannot react with carbon tetrachloride. NH3 cannot react with benzene. So this is what that happened, and that's why here also again like dissolves like જેવું થઈ ગયું. Okay, the effect of temperature. Yes, the very important point in this case is again an temperature. Okay, so what is that? The solubilities of most of gases in water diminish with a rise in temperature. અહીંયા જોજો બેટા, temperature increases, dissolution of gas decreases, or let's say solubility decreases. Dissolution cut maro, let's say solubility decreases. Why does it happen? So as we know, gaseous molecules have higher kinetic energy. It means when you just start heating water, you can take an example of this. What you are supposed to do, you are supposed to take two beakers or glass, where in a one glass you add directly tap water, okay, and blow air in it, okay, with the help of a straw. And then in the another one where you have boiled it, water has been boiled and then cool, and then keep these both of them in the refrigerator. After few hours you will see the ice prepared from here, okay, is not clear. It's not clear. It will be like opaque. It will be like opaque. But when we see the oil, what is that? Ice prepared from the boiled and cooled water, then that is very crystal clear ice. You will get a cube. Why this thing happen? Because when I heat, the dissolved gases present in the water get expelled, and now it has no impurity present in it, and that's why it gives you clear ice. Whereas in this case we have already blown air. It means we are from our respirations, carbon dioxide comes out and we are blowing it into the water, and this is what it happened beta. So temperature increases, solubility decreases, and this is the reason why amount of oxygen, you know, at a cold temperature, at a cool temperature hoy to solubility વધારે hoy, and that's why aquatic life likes to live in cool water rather than cold water, rather than warm water, okay. So this is one question can be asked to you. And then definitely effect of pressure. In the previous case where solid is dissolved in a liquid, the pressure was not much affected, but in this case pressure plays a vital role. You increase the pressure, solubility will increase. But obvious, how the solubility will increase? Because the molecules of gas in a particular volume will increase. So guys, these are the things which I would like to explain you. So this is called the solubility of gases, and solubility of gases in liquid, and solubility of solid in liquid. In the next class we will talk about Henry's law, which is completely based on solubility of gas in liquid. Okay, till that, thank you, have a nice time.